Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2024, and today I want to talk to you all about fake spaces. I know many people nowadays, they're just getting very tired of going into spaces where they feel as though they have to perform. A lot of people are just waking up to various things within themselves and things about the environments in which they have to be in, whether it be work, whether it be their places of worship, whether it be school, whether it be the grocery store, whatever space that they feel like they have to put on a mask. It's becoming very draining because a lot of these spaces are very fake spaces. They require people to live inauthentically in order to survive. And a lot of people are getting tired, and that's why I think a lot of people have opted, for example, to work remotely. They have opted to get their groceries delivered. They have opted to do a lot of online services, um, and even online places of worship, because they enter into these spaces that are so inauthentic. And of course, people are definitely on their journey. I understand that completely. But at the same time, it just becomes very difficult to operate in those spaces when you're waking up to certain things within yourself. You're becoming very spiritually aware. And as you are beginning to unfold, as you're beginning to blossom, you're starting to wake up to certain realities and certain people and their energies, and how those energies are so plastic and inauthentic and counterfeit. I currently operate within a couple of spaces where I feel as though in order to survive, I have to put on a mask, and I'm no longer comfortable doing that. I realize that within these spaces, you realize that these people are not my people. These people are not authentically themselves. These people lack awareness. These people don't want to be better. Rather, they want to continue to exercise their wounds and inflict their wounds onto other people and bleed out. And when you're doing your work and you're trying your best to heal and you're on your healing journey, you find it very difficult to maintain communication and maintain positive feelings for individuals who are not committed to the same journey. And I find that happening a lot. I find it very difficult for me to manage my emotions within these spaces and suspend my disdain, if you want to know the truth. Um, I have to learn how to definitely manage my feelings, and I have tools. I have tools that I utilize in order to manage these various spaces. You know, those tools include deep breathing. Those tools include temporarily separating myself from certain spaces that are definitely toxic and unhelpful. Um, like I said before, there are so many of us now who are doing our work. We're starting to break generational curses. We're starting to unlock those sections within ourselves that have been locked over years. For years we were locked inside our spirits, and a lot of us are finding new keys, and we're opening new doors within ourselves. And when you're opening new doors and you find that you're running into a couple of personality types where their doors are either just shut, completely shut, or just hanging still off the hinges, you find it's just difficult. It's just so difficult to communicate and be around these people. And especially when you deal with people also who thrive on competition as opposed to cooperation. There's a lot of that, especially within workspaces. I think that there is this spirit of produce, 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 and it's compromising. It's compromising a lot of our closeness, our connectivity. Um, and I just find it difficult. I find it lately, it's just been very hard to interact with the world. I go to the grocery store. I'm seeing the lack of kindness and consideration, how everybody is on this mad dash to get their needs met at the expense of the elderly. They're just pushing them aside, move to the side. There's just no consideration, no kindness, no care. Um, and if you want to know the truth, I realize that on a positive note, this is definitely a reflection of Bible prophecy, where it says that at Matthew 24, verse 12, the love of the greater number will cool off. Due to the increasing lawlessness, the love of the greater number will cool off, and you see that. And it's just so hard to see as you're trying to commit yourself not only to the golden rule, but also to the platinum rule, which the platinum rule is treat other people the way that they want to be treated. The golden rule is treat other people the way you want to be treated. But I realize that a lot of people don't subscribe to that mentality. And so it just becomes really difficult to operate in spaces where people don't share your same morality, your same values, your same beliefs, your same principles. And so you feel really, I would say, lonely. You feel lonely in your resolve to be a good person. And it's hard. It really is hard. And once again, you have to stay committed to your journey and to your work. But I recently saw this post where it mentioned how your anxiety will go up as you continue to have to be within these spaces, within these fake counterfeit spaces, with these fake counterfeit people, these people that are just professional humans, professional robots, inauthentic, and it's just funny how as black people, as black people, we fight ourselves. We pretty much fight to claim a space at the table. And then sometime I know myself, I fought hard to get a space and a seat at the table. But now I'm at this point in my life where I'm wondering, what's it all worth? What's it all for? I fought to get a seat at the table, but what does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Yes, I set a precedent so that way other people who come to this table now have a blueprint, something to look up to, right? Something to aspire to, something to use as a model. Wonderful. But at the same time, I'm just like, in the grand scheme of things, how is this getting me any closer to what I value? It's definitely giving a conflict of values at this point. I know we fight so hard to get our degrees, to get our certifications, to get our licenses. But then you wake up one day and you realize, what's it all for? What's it all for? And I don't know if this is just a consequence of midlife, if I'm going through a midlife crisis, but you just wake up and you ask yourself, I'm fighting to be in fake spaces. I'm fighting so hard to be with people who are pretentious, who are pretenders. I'm going out into this world and I'm dealing with people who are just so plastic. I think a lot of people in this day and age don't even know how to be real. I think that they have denied so much they've denied so much of their emotions and their feelings. They don't know how to be authentic and genuine. They are just a construct of what they feel like they have to be in order to survive. And so that's what's been on my mind lately, how to navigate these fake spaces. And I think, to be honest, it helps when you have people in your life that can ground you, people in your life that are real, people in your life that can offer you that difference, that can remind you of who you are. Because there's a tendency also to lose yourself within these fake spaces because you're trying to survive them. So oftentimes you'll adopt the mindsets just in an effort to survive. And you ask yourself, what's it all worth? And maybe that might be a sign that it's time for a change. It's time to reconsider your environments. Because I think, to be honest, I don't know if this environment that I am in is helping me thrive. Sure, it's keeping me alive and it's supporting my survival, but is it helping me thrive? You know, because I think, to be honest, if I was in another environment, in another town, and maybe in another city, I would see things differently. You know, you would feel supported. You would feel as though you are, I guess, nurtured. You know, you're nurtured. You feel as though this is your tribe. I'm in a city that doesn't really support that thinking. I feel it's like the Twilight Zone, if you want to know the truth. I live in a city that feels like the Twilight Zone. Every time you wake up, you're looking here, junkies to your left, you know, lunatics to your right. It's just, whoa, where are the healthy minded individuals? Where are the people that actually feel good about life? Where are the joyful people? The ones who actually want to commit to joy. Yes, we have issues. Yes, we have problems. But you know, joy comes in the morning. Here, it seems as though joy never arrives because people are so fixated on living in the problem. So I'm just like, I'm reconsidering. Do I need to find another environment that can help nurture the person that I want to be, the man that I want to become? You know, because this right here, these spaces are demoralizing. They're soul crushing. They don't enhance your good feelings. They just deplete them. And I know that there are plenty of us out here right now that are feeling this way. We're feeling like we're in these spaces that are unreal. There's a sense of unreality to the world lately because it's just, no, this can't be real. These people are not real. And the thing about it is they thrive on being phony and fake. They thrive on the counterfeit. And as you are doing your work, it just becomes very difficult to just interact within these spaces, you know? So definitely, y'all, share your thinking, your opinions. What's it been like for you? You know, how do you manage and navigate within these fake spaces? You know, especially when they are crucial to your survival. Because like with people that are like acquaintances or associates who are fake, you can keep your distance. But certain spaces are definitely necessary for our survival. So how do you navigate that dichotomy? You know, that conflict. You know, definitely share. Get into the comments. Definitely, if this video resonates, like, share. I appreciate y'all so much. Peace.